Who all here plays guitar or any instrument or has? Who had big dreams to actually use that to make money? Well, good enough. Well, I was one of them too. Of course, I'm still here. Didn't go well. Anyway, I'm here to tell you some things about in and around how to get involved in the music industry. Here's the first basic, many ways to view it, and steps to learn how to deal with it, especially if you're trying to get big. One, the ways to look at the music industry. Some people think it's just a massive, complex system of just different departments and different ways, different little things to swallow around, and they're just like, we can't do this, we can't afford it. Well, it's not just about affording it, it's just more like who to go to, where to go, and who to get in touch with. Well, I didn't do that, as you can see, I'm still here. Where to start? This is going to be where I'm going to teach you how, many ways, of course, to begin a possible career in music. And I'll teach you afterwards what to expect, the results that you want to try to build up, and hopefully, if you made it big or decent, you're not out of business, then something worked out well. This is a partial view of the music industry. Of course, you'll start here as a songwriter, and pretty much you gather all your material, the content, with your buddies, of course, or somebody you hired temporary, and then once you have confidence enough thinking your material is presentable, you take it to somebody that works under the music publisher. The music publisher, it's his or her job to pretty much get your material out there, and eventually you want to hope at least the results are where the yellow squares are at, which is record stores, radio stations, music television, iTunes, other internet music distribution, movie theaters, and TV broadcasting companies, and so forth. Like I said, partial view of what the industry involves. Many people have gone through this. Many celebrities you may have seen, and heard of, like Johnny Depp. He started as a movie celebrity, and he's struck out with the music scene. Apparently, he's doing pretty well. And he's not just, and let alone for that being an example of how you can get involved. Your material, you don't even have to be just a songwriter. You can just be like one of the people that work in the position of one of those companies, and so on and so forth, of where music's being made. There are no guarantees when trying to do music, and there's no guarantees of winning. Basically, you just gotta try hard enough. Like, your passion has to just stay as strong as your heart and your sweat and blood you pour into your music, and you want to get it out there. It's just one of those things you just gotta not quit on. Because I love music. I'm a passionate person with music. I love playing guitar. I always dreamed that I would be like somewhere heard on the radio, like Rail Rock 99.5, KBS 96.5, and so on. Here's one generic approach to possibly getting it all started. Start a band, or be like your own solo artist. Knowing where to perform, like a bar or someplace, a stadium with a lot of chairs that can seat people. And then just kind of waiting it out as long as you can. Some people, this is the point where most of the time that your group would just like drop out, or you yourself could just drop out and be like, well, we didn't make it, or it's not going anywhere, so, yeah. And then finally, hopefully, if you wait long enough, someone's going to notice you. You get signed. Well, at this point, you want a band manager, because he kind of deciphers all the things for you within a contract of license agreement. So once that happens, you're in. This is a chart to help with knowing what, well, it's kind of knowing the salary range that you could possibly partake in should you want to get involved with the music industry. The lowest I see here is public relations assistant. They only earn about $35,000 to $40,000 compared to like record group CEO, $2 million to $16 million a year. Or just being in indie labels, which is usually people kind of like stereotype that, you know, hey, that's not going to go anywhere. They're never going to get mainstream. Well, mainstream isn't just everything. The indie music industry, it's actually growing because due to the fact that people are just, well, I think it's because people are just looking at this kind of stale. Because all the music, if you notice nowadays, it's kind of like blending in. Well, let alone, it's always variety music that you can listen to, but to knowing how to get involved, it's not a small thing if you ever did get in somewhere in music. And that was really, and when I was, I guess, crap, I don't think I did it right. Well, remember, if you have passion for it, go for it. Wait it out just long enough for that one guy in a suit, be like, hey, I like your sound, let's do something with it. If not, some people are known to just keep playing music, you know, over and over for people. Look on YouTube. Kind of works out sometimes. And basically, that is my simple steps of looking at looking on how to get involved with the music industry. Thank you for listening.